Welcome to Hybris News. I am Suresh Kochatal. A court in the United States has asked Antrix Corporation, the commercial arm of the Indian Space Research Organization, to pay a compensation of US $1.2 billion to a Bengaluru-based startup, Devas Multimedia, for cancelling a satellite deal in 2005. As per the agreement in January 2005, Antrix agreed to build, launch and operate 2 satellites and to make available 70 MHz of the S-band spectrum to Devas, which the latter planned to use for its hybrid satellite and terrestrial communication services throughout India. The agreement was terminated by Antrix in February 2011. Over the next several years, Devas approached legal courts across and avenues in India. This included the Supreme Court, which directed a tribunal. In his order dated October 27, Judge Thomas S. Zille, the U.S. District Judge in Western District of Washington, Seattle, ruled that Antrix Corporation pay a compensation of US $562.5 million to Devas Multimedia Corporation and the related interest rate amounting to a total of US $1.2 billion. In its lawsuit filed in the United States District Court, Western District of Washington in September 2018, Devas Multimedia said 3 separate international tribunals and 9 different arbitrators have found the termination of the Devas Antrix agreement to have been wrongful, with one of the tribunals describing it as a conduct which shocks or at least surprises a sense of judicial propriety, and another finding it to be a clear breach of simple good faith by India. Antrix in November 2018 had sought the dismissal of the lawsuit, citing jurisdictional issues. The court, however, asserted that it had a jurisdiction over the issue but stayed the matter for 1 year and asked these two to file a joint status report by 15th of April 2020. On 16th of July 2020, both Devas and Antrix filed the instant motion, a joint status report by which they disputed the court should lift or extend the stay, and if the latter, whether Antrix should be required to boost security. Devas, according to the submissions, had argued that the US court had a jurisdiction over the cases as Antrix engages in the business in this district and across the United States. Antrix and Spaceflight Industries, which is headquartered in Seattle, have an agreement to provide satellite launch services for India's PSLV rocket. Antrix and RBC Signals LLC, which is headquartered in Redmond, Washington, have a worldwide agreement to provide space communication services to satellite operators. Antrix in 2018 launched a satellite for Redmond with the Washington-based Planetary Resources. Antrix agreed in 2015 to launch 2 satellites for Colorado-based Planet Q. Antrix contracted with Digital Globe, which has headquarters in Colorado and other locations in Florida, Virginia and Washington, to procure certain satellite data, which is then distributed by the Indian Space Research Organization's National Remote Sensing Center. Devas said that after the initial signing of the agreement, the 2 companies performed in good faith for 5 years. Among other things, in May 2009, Dr. Aparna Bhaskara Narayana, Director of Satellite Communication Program at the Office of ISRO, spent 4 to 5 weeks in the US with Devas personnel, meeting with Hughes Network, SiriusXM, Skyterra, Qualcomm and ICO North America to understand the technologies used by and operation of the hybrid satellite terrestrial operators providing telecommunication services. Devas subsequently conducted experimental trials in India, attended by Antrix officials including the company's then chairman, Chengdu, and Beijing in China and Stuttgart in Germany, which successfully demonstrated the hybrid satellite terrestrial systems and end-user terminals that Devas had developed in conjunction with a global network of leading technology players such as Alcatel-Lucent, it said. In February 2011, Antrix issued a termination notice to Devas, in which among other things it stated that the policy decision was the central government acting in its sovereign capacity in the event of a force majeure was an occurrence of February 23, 2011. The scope and the duration of the said decision cannot be anticipated. It is likely to be indefinite. It is not possible for Antrix to take any effective step to resume obligations under the agreement, Antrix said. Devas disputed Antrix's reputation of the agreement and sought to conduct discussions among other senior management contemplated by the agreement. In June 2011, Devas commenced arbitration proceedings under the rules of arbitration of the International Chamber of Commerce. Antrix initially refused to participate in the arbitration and obtained an injunction from the Indian Supreme Court enjoining the arbitration. After 1 year, the Supreme Court lifted the injunction, allowing the arbitration to proceed. Thereafter, Antrix participated fully in the arbitration. Thank you for watching.